Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all having a wonderful day or night and that you'll enjoy the video. And thank you so much for watching.
What do you bring to the table?
Will you bring a table first?
Bring it where? Bring it over to you? Absolutely not. I worked hard for that table and I'm not about to lose half of it just because you showed up. It's funny, isn't it? That question is out there for a few years now and you still haven't figured out the answer. Bring my table over to that squeaky chair? That overused looking chair? Nah, I'm good.
I just took myself out to dinner and then I got the check and suddenly I don't want to be by myself.
Yeah, bummer. No one told you before that strong and independent life is gonna be hard, right? Not to mention expensive. I bet those coffee dates that you said no before because they were beneath you sound pretty good now. But since you're in France, next time you hear "Mais oui, mademoiselle, voulez-vous?" just say yes. Say yes and hope he's gonna buy you dinner first.
What's up, y'all? I disappeared again. I'm sorry. I got a job. Like, a big girl job. Like, I work at a law firm. I have to dress like fancy. But I didn't have to take any of the metal out of my face. I'm so happy. But also, how do y'all, like, full-time jobs? Like, how do you have a life outside of this? How do you, like, I get home, want to go straight to sleep. How do y'all have kids? I can barely take care of myself, I swear to God.
Nah, I believe you. For one, yeah, I'm happy you're happy you got a big girl job. But if your biggest concern was either you're gonna have to take that metal out of your face or not, then I believe you when you say you can barely take care of yourself. You got a big girl job, but somehow you still haven't made it into the adulthood yet. How do grown-ups handle jobs, kids, and whatever else? We set our priorities straight. We did realize that the fun is gonna have to end at some point, and even though we still have fun, that's not the top priority anymore. And we also, unlike your generation, we were not born tired.
A growing number of women are choosing not to have kids, and as a result are advancing in their careers and using their wealth to buy property and travel more. Yep,
Okay, but why the laugh? You also know it's a joke, right?
we sure are. We're doing all those things. And all cishet men can do is drop into our comment sections and throw little tantrums about why we're losers who are going to die alone with our cats. You know what, dudes? I think you're just jealous that I'm gonna bring my cats on vacation with me instead of you. I go on pretty nice vacations. Like I've said a million times before, the moment you give a woman an opportunity to advance herself and better her life and she doesn't get bogged down or exploited by a male partner, she thrives. And this is just the nature of being a woman, and that's what makes us so amazing. And these little patriarchal minions can't handle it. But it's a growing number. It's a growing number of us, and we're doing good.
You're doing good, or are they doing good? Apparently, if Gates is doing good, I'm also doing good. Is that your logic? Women who stay single and don't have kids are getting richer. Maybe. I'm not sure about richer, but they're saving money that otherwise they'll have to put in raising their kids. Maybe that's the case, maybe it isn't. 65% of consumer debt is women. Explain that to me if you're getting richer and richer every single day. Maybe they are getting richer, but they're also depressed and have mental issues. I showed those stats before, I'm not gonna bother showing them again. But yeah, you keep all the money to yourself and you're gonna have a mental breakdown in your 50s when you're lonely and you have no one by your side to talk to. A growing number of women are choosing not to have kids and as a result are advancing in their careers and using their wealth to buy property and travel more. Fair enough. Go ahead and travel in France like the other lady. And what exactly careers are we talking about? You're not all CEOs. Some of you, believe it or not, are flipping burgers every day for 12 hours a day. For some of you, the biggest career move is gonna be switching from flipping burgers all day to asking, do you want fries with that?
Just a quickie, and I'm gonna promptly stand here because I've got a massive camel toe. If you're having a bad day, I will make you feel better. So I'm talking to this guy. I don't know if we're talking. We said it was going to be a casual thing, but I really like him and I'm a little bit whipped and I'm definitely going to block him before I post this. Anyway, so he posted a Snapchat video of him and his roommate last night, and I slid up to it thinking I was being funny, thinking I was being jokes, and I was just like, oh, I said, oh, I got the short end of the stick there, didn't I? As in, your roommate's fat. So he sent me his roommate's Snapchat, and now he's ignoring me. I think it was a bit childish on my behalf, but I also wanted to keep him on his toes, but maybe I kept him on his toes so much that he's just off, because it was a bit silly on my behalf. I was a silly goose. So, very confused. I'm staying single forever now.
Ah, don't say that. Why stay single forever? You obviously like his roommate better, and now you even have his snap thingy. So send him a message, see where that goes. The guy you were talking to, he was a bit childish? Yeah, cause what man doesn't like the girl he's talking to liking his friend better? I don't know why you thought you're gonna make my day better, since the only reason I watched your video was because you said just a quickie at the beginning. Imagine my disappointment when all you did was talking.
In every single post that I put on TikTok, at least one man, it's never a woman, it's always a man, says, oh, don't you think that there is a common denominator in all of these bad dates? Insinuating that I'm the common denominator. And you are right. I am the one that is the common denominator in all of these dates. But you know what else is the common denominator? Let's see. Men who are unable to be honest, men who are unable to communicate, men who are unable to have their actions match their words, men who are unable to be emotionally available. Let's see what else. Men who are unable to be confident in themselves so they don't have to try and knock me down a few notches. That's also a common denominator. And I'm not saying that I am without fault. I am not saying that I am perfect by any means. But I think it's time that you guys start taking accountability for all the dumb you do.
Well, yeah, it's never a woman because a lot of you are failing to take accountability for your actions. You're talking about the guy's point that he was trying to make and somehow you still missed the point. You said you realized that the problem might be you, but 5 seconds later you were trying to push the blames on everybody else except you. If you're the common denominator and if you would understand that, then maybe you'll understand to stop going for the same type of men. Stop going for the same model. Try to understand that the man you want may not want you back. And if you're going for the same type of man every single time and you get the same results, you are obviously the common denominator. If the man you want have the option to go for a younger woman with less baggage and lesser attitude, who do you think they're gonna go for? Who would you go for?
If anyone wants a boyfriend, I'm giving mine away. We were at the grocery store and he was wearing a t-shirt that I'd previously slept in. And he's playing with it and he's fiddling with it. And I was like, babe, what are you doing? And he says, I think you stretched it out. So I'm getting rid of him. I'm putting my boyfriend up for adoption. Does anyone want him?
Yes, we'll take him back. If that's the reason why you're giving your boyfriend away, we'll have him. If after all the time he spent with you he forgot how to be a man, we'll teach him how to be a man again. If he has issues or struggles, we're gonna be here for him, we're gonna listen to him, and we're gonna take care of him. So you send him over, we're gonna be more than happy to have him back. Right, so let me read what this guy said so you don't have to pause or whatever. I have received many requests to help guys meet a Filipina and from Filipina to help them meet a Western guy. Read through the comments on my vids and start talking to each other. I hope good Filipina and good guys can meet each other. That's all. That's all the guy wrote. Now let's see the response of this wonderful lady.
When predators expose themselves on social media, nothing's holding them back, right? They're now doing videos and posting all over the comments.
Yeah, this is her response for that guy's video. Unless you're talking about The Predator the movie, you're a complete another. Him going in the Philippines to find a Filipina, find a wife, it doesn't make him a bad person. How about this? Maybe you and other women like you are the reason why men are going abroad to find wives.
I want to know something interesting I learned in therapy about abusive men. If you accuse a non-abusive man of abusing his woman, he will react with concern and sadness that he was accused of that and that he came across that way. And he'll want to know why he came across that way, and he'll want to change whatever it is. An abusive man being accused of being an abuser will react aggressively and with vehement denial that he's being called out.
Let me guess, your therapist is also a woman. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and take a wild guess. You found your therapist on TikTok. You want to find out the truth about non-abusive men? You accuse them on abusing their wives, they're gonna call you out on it. They're not gonna be sad about it, they're not gonna start crying. They're not gonna ask you for a tissue, or they're not gonna start crying on your shoulder. They're gonna call you out on it. If that's the type of therapist you're taking advices from, no wonder you're all cuckoos.
This is a new fly ring technique. What are we meant to do here?
The idea here is that if you grab a flyer, you might have a chance to see me naked.
I feel conflicted.
None of the flyers are missing. I wonder why. But you keep trying, lady. Maybe at some point you'll get it done. I have a feeling you're gonna be on that pole for a long time. Possibly days, but you gotta do what you gotta do, right? Anyway, this is gonna be it for today. As always, I do hope you enjoyed the video. If you didn't, I still appreciate you for making it this far. Thank you all so much for watching. Stay safe, and I will see you in the next one.